Hey YouTube, it's Aiden here. Um, I feel like this computer makes my face look super wide, but um, so I'm back from my wedding and my honeymoon. It was an epic success. I really couldn't have been happier with how it turned out. Put a lot of effort into this wedding. I mean, like I was hardly seen on YouTube. I mean, I just had put a lot of things aside to make sure this wedding was perfect, and I think it turned out pretty perfect. My now wife said that she couldn't be happier, and everything was perfect. So I'm really happy that all that effort I put in was worth it. Um, Honeymoon was awesome. Went up to Massachusetts in the freezing cold for a whole week, but it was really nice, really pretty. I'll try to get some pictures on Facebook. I'll put my name down here. You guys can look me up if you're not friends with me on Facebook. I'll try to get some pictures of the wedding and the honeymoon up for you guys. We got our certificate back in the mail, so we are legally married, which is awesome. I mean, I don't know how much it really matters, but I guess legally, legally it'll benefit us. So it was better to have it than not to have it. So some things I just want to talk about. Pretty much the guilt of being trans and having a wedding. Um, so of course, I felt guilty because my father now had didn't get to have the father daughter dance, and in all honesty, I mean, he didn't get to give me away or any of that stuff. So all of the roles that he thought he would be playing, even as a lesbian for those 20 some years, he didn't get to play any of them. I mean, he walked down the aisle with my stepmom, but and he helped with the rehearsal dinner and everything, but he didn't get any of those traditional roles he thought he'd have when I was born. Um, so I felt bad because I wanted him to be a part of the wedding, but traditionally there's not too many roles the father of the groom plays. I got to dance with my mom, which was nice, but instead of dancing with my father like he always thought, I danced with my mother instead. So that was kind of a little. I don't know. I felt guilty, honestly, and I know I shouldn't, but I felt a little guilty. So I tried to include my dad as much as I could, and I think I was successful in that. And I mean, me and him, our relationship isn't the best relationship, but it's been a lot better. It's gotten so much better. I think I'm starting to finally figure out how he shows that he cares. It's a little different, but I think I'm finally getting a hold of that, which is good because I think in order for our relationship to get better and to grow, I need to recognize when he's showing me love, however which way he may be doing it. But I need to recognize it when he does, so then I feel like important to him, and I feel as if I'm open. I'm so open. So like I just say it. Love you, thank you so much. I'll just say it, but he doesn't really say it like that. He shows it, and he's not like he's an emotional guy, so he's not like one of those standoffish. Comes over randomly, gives you a pat on the back. I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? He's not like that either. He's pretty open, but with the dynamics of our family, I think he feels his own form of almost, I don't want to say guilt, but almost his own form of guilt, so it's harder for him to show his emotions towards me. But, so that was the one guilty thing. And then the other thing I felt bad about was my mom, because now, your mother has a baby girl and she pictures to have a beautiful wedding and get ready with you and get your hair done with you and your nails and all that stuff. And unfortunately, she didn't have that. So again, I tried to include her. She had come a few days before everyone else. I tried really hard to include her. My wife took her with her to get her hair done. They had that time together, even though it wasn't me. At least my mom got to experience it. And then I got to do a dance with my mom, and it was like, I don't know if you guys know the song, but it's called "Thank You" by Good Charlotte, and it's just a really awesome song that really describes a single mom taking care of multiple children. And especially in this case, I mean, it just is my mom. She's just so sweet and so caring. So it really, really represent what I was trying to get across. And I couldn't find a song, and then Jenna Lee was like, oh, do this song, and I'm like, oh, and I looked it up, and I was like, wow, that's actually like the perfect song. So it worked out in my favor. But you just have that guilt, and I feel like I shouldn't have that guilt, but it's really hard not to. I think every child grows up, even in your older years, you want to make your parents proud, and you feel like when you transition, like you're taking something away. You don't ever see all the things you're giving to your parents. You know what I mean? You're giving a child that's happy. You're giving a life that you can, you know, have goals and aspire to them, and feel fully accomplished with your life. And I feel like when you feel better about your life, that's when you accomplish more things. You don't have somebody who hates themselves, climbing on the top of the food chain. It just doesn't happen. So, when you transition, all you see are these negative things. I'm taking this away, and I'm taking that, and I'm making them feel bad because they feel like they didn't raise you right or whatever. But you don't recognize all the things you're giving to them. You're taking away a really sad, depressed, probably child, and you're giving them a happy, healthy child. And you're taking away someone who might not have aspired to what they were capable or what those parents taught you to do or be in life, and you're giving them someone who can do all those things and can accomplish goals and feel good about those goals and start a life, whichever life that may be. So it I tried to kind of weigh it out for myself. I felt bad for my father, so I tried to include him more. Felt bad for my mother, so I tried to include her more. And I think overall, I hold a lot of guilt inside myself for my parents, and I try to work on it. But I think for how the guilt I have and how I handled it was pretty well. I think if you just include those parents a little more than maybe they would be normally in their traditional roles as the groom's, you know, mother and father, I think it'll be good. It was a good success, and everyone danced, and it was awesome. I had actually other trans guys there that I met at Southern Comfort Conference that I've become really good friends with. And it was just really cool. It was an awesome time. I really couldn't be more happy with how it came out, how it turned out. So thank you everybody for your congratulations on Facebook and on YouTube and everything. You guys have been super cool, super supportive. If I didn't get back to one of your messages, I'm sorry. Like, I was semi-checking messages, but I wasn't really responding back to them because it's easier to read them to sit and actually respond. But I think I got back to like 99.9% of everyone by now. So thank you everybody who did that, and you know, yeah, I'm just happy that you guys all supported me, and I feel this guilt of having a marriage license when so many people don't, and they love just as much as I do, but I think in the long run, I mean, we would be married whether we had a piece of paper or not. So I think legally, just in the legal sense, taxes and all that, I mean, I'm going to take advantage of what I could get out of life since I've transitioned. And if that's something I could get out of life, then, I'm going to take it. And I'm going to continue to support and do as much as I can. I mean, I'm mostly a, like, trans advocate, but I sign petitions or whatever, whatever I can do to help the gay and lesbian world get their marriage license too. I'm all for it, 100 zillion%. So I feel bad, but I want to take what I can get. I didn't have. I feel like I only just started living my life to the full extent about 2 years ago, and if this is something new I could get out of life that I couldn't before, I'm gonna take it, and I'm going to support everybody else who does, or if you feel that you shouldn't, then I'm going to support you too. And I'm going to support the gay and lesbian side of the factor too, the train tracks, whatever thing too, because, everyone deserves those same legal rights. So, all right, guys. Thanks for your support and everything, and yeah. Peace.